Friends, family, and survivors. Well, something I'm working on when I get a minute to try to get our first dwelling up on the mountain so we can start working on stuff this summer. We'll stay in this for weekends that I can get free so we can start putting in the fence. And so the plan was to put solar on this. I decommissioned 400 watts off of that upper array, which simply are not needed at all anyway, never were. And this top of this trailer is just got an 1.125" by 3 on the roof. That's it. A heavy snow would be a real problem. I think we just really strengthened its roof quite a bit. So what I did is I went up to the shop and grabbed some a dry 1x12 and ripped it down and then sealed it with spar varnish, a couple coats, so it'll be dry. And then I have some cloth inserted rubber. It's squeezing down with the carriage bolt through that ceiling rafter, whatever you call it, pulling it down with some washers on the bottom side. And I got the center of every one of them. They're on 16-inch centers. And so now the solar panels are going to mount to this. And so that's 300 watts on a 110 amp hour deep cycle battery. And that's a lot of solar for that little a battery, but it won't necessarily be parked at the best angle. One thing about it is the area over where you sleep, the solar panels will help reflect some of the heat, and they're mounted a good ways off of the roof, so heat won't be a real issue on the solar panel either. And I'm also not putting an MPPT controller on it. I'm putting a PWM, so I don't think 300 watts is too much. You know, the worst case scenario, yeah, you could put 20 amps on that little battery, but you know, they're designed to take it. So that's the plan so far. Couldn't figure out another way. You didn't want to just screw the panels down. You'd have a leaking nightmare forever. I didn't want to use fir because if water gets in to the wood, they'll expand and contract and start working the screws loose, and they'll shrink, and they expand, shrink, and expand, and eventually your rubber seal fails. Well, this oak, black oak, is bone dry and sealed with spar varnish, and generally speaking, the trailer is covered with a tarp, as you've probably seen, all winter anyway. So I think it's fine for summer duty. Even if there was a summer squall, I don't think it's going to leak. If it does, I'll always wish it hadn't. How about that? I got the inverter is in, and the IntelliCharger is in. I'm running a 200 watt load. I've got some QO breakers that are good for 12 volt DC, all done in solar wire, and yeah, that is tight for number 10 solar wire. 30 amp charge controller in a charge state, all done in number 10. Got a light on over there, and a light on here. That's 120, and this is the 12 volt stuff, all in LED. Wow, it is bright. So pulling in 7.3 amps. That seems to work pretty good. The best way to seal that up. So happy day. Have a blessed day.